Okay, short video today. Talk about taxes and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. Taxes. The Olympics are on now. I Facebook stalk a lot of my favorite celebrities, a lot of my favorite Olympians. I've talked before about Dominic Moceanu, the youngest member of the Magnificent Seven. Not yesterday, the day before. I'm scrolling on my Facebook feed in the afternoon, and I see a status update from Moceanu. And she's like, caution, word of warning, if you don't want spoilers, stay off all social media for the entire Olympic Games. Now, some Olympic Games are televised live, and then there's stuff that happens at 1 o'clock our time, Eastern Standard Time, and they show at 8, 9, 10 o'clock on TV, on television. Anyway. And I literally see this comment, the status update by Moceanu, stay off all social media, blah, 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 blah. And I wrote down, I got a spoiler from this, a spoiler from that, a spoiler from that, and a spoiler from that. You go online, and just boom, right in front of you, right there, this guy won gold, this girl won silver, this guy flunked out. And I specifically thanked her for not spoiling anything. You know where this is going, don't you? I scroll down. Guess what? Her previous status update. Team Gold USA, Gabby, Jordan, blah, blah, blah. The women's gymnastics team won gold. First time since '96. And she was so excited, she could not contain herself. She came right on Facebook, wrote in the status update. I saw it hours ahead of time. I was like, now, it happened roughly 1 p.m. Eastern Time, give or take. The Olympics weren't televised until 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and that event wasn't on between like 9:30 and 11. They showed that event. There was no way, period, that I was going to go that long without getting a spoiler alert. So I started to think to myself, you found out that the 2012 team won the gold medal. You found out hours before it was televised. You found out from one of the members of the previous team. So one of the members of the Magnificent Seven told me that the Fabulous Five won the gold medal. So that's how I look at it now. I look at it as my idol told me that her successors won the gold medal. And by the way, the women's all-around tonight, I already know who won, thanks to the other girl on the team. So if you stalk your favorite Olympians on Facebook, Twitter, all that other stuff, they will give spoiler alerts up the wazoo. Now, I wanted to talk about taxes. I talk about the Olympics. He who must not be named, and remember NBC Works fam, he who must not be named talks about asking the rich to pay just a little bit more. Just a little more taxes. Here's the issue. In 2009, we were $10 trillion in debt. He had previously called President George Bush Jr. unpatriotic for increasing the debt $4 trillion in 8 years. He has increased the national debt $16 trillion in 4 years. So now, if you physically take every American's money, you take all money away from all Americans, confiscate everything, you will not have enough money to pay off 10% of the debt. So when he says just pay a little bit more in taxes, just a little bit more, doesn't compute. A, paying a little bit more won't make a difference. They've calculated it out. If he raises taxes to the point that he wants to raise taxes, which would mean the 2 largest tax increases in U.S. history, he will make enough money to support the U.S. government for 8 days. He doesn't want to raise taxes to pay off the debt. He wants to raise taxes to spend more. He's addicted to spending. And he's addicted to spending other people's money. Now, a lot of this garbage about more taxes, a little bit more, the government isn't broke because the people don't pay enough. The government is broke because the government spends too much. Reagan. Look at the New York Post for a minute. I was on Mociano's Facebook page today, and she was talking about, is it in the Post? She was talking about the gold medals, and she's like, it's in the Daily News. And Mociano's like, I like the gold medal, blah, blah, blah. One of her fans commented about the tax on the medal, and I commented after that. Now, and they have the Fab Five right here, winning the Olympic gold medal. Senator Marco Rubio wants to take away from this. He wants to stop this. Gold medals are taxed $8,886. Silver and bronze medals are taxed $5,385, and bronze is $3,500. So you win a gold medal, $8,886. You win a silver medal, $5,385. You win a bronze medal, $3,500. Now, you win an Olympic gold medal, or win any Olympic medal. You come back, you have to pay taxes on it. And I feel so sorry for Michael Phelps. He must put his medals in a vault in Switzerland next to Romney's gold. Here's the issue. This is more about rewarding failure and punishing achievement. Okay? These guys are not really that rich. There are Olympic athletes that are coached by their uncle, their aunt, their mother, or their father. Like Nastia Lukin is coached by her father. They might not pay a lot for training, because let's face it, if your father's teaching you, he's not going to be charging you a lot of money if he charged you at all. But some of these Olympic athletes, to go through their training regimen, their parents have to take out mortgages on their house. They have to go into debt. This kid, John, I'm going to post his name in the link. I'm going to post him above. There's a kid, black kid, he's from the Bronx. He's an Olympic gymnast. He asked the gym he trains at in Chappaqua if he could go to work for them as a janitor. So he's training to be an Olympic gymnast and working as a janitor. And when they paid him whatever small amount of money they gave him, he handed his paycheck to his parents and said, here, Mom and Dad, pay the mortgage. Because his parents were struggling financially. A lot of these kids, their parents struggle. Don't forget, for you to go and become an Olympic gymnast, for you to go to become a track star, anybody can afford sneakers, anybody can afford socks, anybody can afford a jumpsuit or a leotard or a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. But the training that you must go through costs a lot of money. So in addition to these kids having to pay a lot of money for their training, now they got to get rear-ended because of the tax and the medal. Now, a lot of these kids come back from the Olympics and they get good endorsement deals. Wheaties, Nike, Fila, Reebok, Coca-Cola. The Magnificent Seven appeared on the Wheaties box. But when they appear on a Wheaties box, they got to pay tax on that too. Wheaties pays them to do a photo shoot. They got to pay tax on that. I think it's disgusting to have a kid who trains their whole life to become an Olympic athlete pay tax on the medal. And that much. I mean, and on top of that, most of these kids, they contribute to charities. I mean, these are good kids. These aren't like these Hollywood celebrities now that get drunk and stoned and do drugs and end up dead at 25. A lot of these Olympic athletes are really good kids. They work hard. They're straight A students. They want to go to college. They're kids to look up to. and they get rear-ended with these taxes. I think it's just so stupid. What's your point of view? Now let me get... John Orozco. The black kid's name is John Orozco. He's a good kid. I went on Moshe Down's page and I gave him praise. You know, let's face it. How many kids you know would work as a friggin' janitor and give their mother and father their paycheck? John Orozco.